Hello and welcome back. Blameless back again with another segment of discussion as always. Coming and it's Christmas time, so it's fitting that we talk about what the reason of the season is. And today I have a special brother with me that is going to help us unveil the scriptures and just help you understand things in perspective. Welcome everyone, brother Maurice
Hello.
to Blameless channel.
Hello, everyone.
So, Brother Maurice, thank you very much for your time
Thank you
and
for having me.
joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Excellent. So today's discussion, I just want to really have you to share your understanding of the scriptures and when we celebrate, because we're in the season of Christmas right now. So everybody is all excited and always talking about, oh, the season of the reason, the reason for the season.
Hmm.
So my take is that when we celebrate this, we have to celebrate it from the point of view knowing and understanding that we as believers are the reason for the season.
Hmm.
What can you help shed our viewers some insight on this topic?
Well, yeah, like you said, a lot of people celebrate Christmas as Jesus is the reason for the season. And although that sounds great, I don't necessarily think that's scripturally true, right? So let's dig into the word a little bit and see who exactly is the reason for the season. But first, let me ask this question, or let me raise it this way: is let's say take a parent. When a parent is having a child, they know they're expecting a child, they go out and do everything for themselves, or would you say they go out and do everything to prepare a better life for the child?
Oh, they always go out to prepare for the child because it's
Right,
always the child that's the focus.
right. So in doing what they're doing, they have the child in their mind. Right. So let's see, and let me ask you this too. Also, this season that we're celebrating is what?
Well, according to the world perspective, it's Christmas. They celebrate the baby Jesus,
Right, right,
but you and I beg to differ and look at it from a different angle.
right. So, but they're celebrating Christmas, which is the coming of Jesus. Right.
Correct.
So let's find out exactly why he came.
All right.
Right. I'll give you a couple verses. In those verses, let's see if any of those reasons are for himself.
Okay.
Okay. So the first one I have is John 3:16 through 17 and John 10:10. Both of those verses express how he came to give life, everlasting life.
Correct.
Luke 19:9 through 10, which expresses how he came to save the lost. Okay. We have John 12:24 through 27 and Mark 10:45, which expresses that he came to die. Matthew 5:17 shows us how he came to fulfill the law. We have John 12:46, which shows us how he came to bring light into this world. We have Timothy 1:15 that tells us he came to save sinners. And we have John 1:18 in the TPT, which reveals he came to express and was the only one that can express the true nature of the Father. I suggest that you guys go and read these verses for yourself. But in these verses, you'll see there's nothing that expresses him. He didn't come to do this for him. He came to do all these things for us. So in his mind, the reason for him coming was for us. He had us in mind, which shows that we are the reason for the season. Okay. Now, what is the importance of knowing you are the reason for the season? I think the importance in knowing that it will cause you one to celebrate the season for the right reason. It will give you a whole new outlook, respect, and love for Jesus as to why he came. And also, 1 Corinthians 6:20. I want to read this one to you. It says, "For ye are bought with a price. Therefore, glorify God in your body, in your spirit, which are God's." So I give this verse because you will know the value of something by the price you're willing to pay for it. Jesus paid his life. He came and gave his life for us. And in his mind, we are the reason for the season.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that viewpoint. And like he said, it is great that we really look into these verses. And just going back to the first verse that he mentioned, John 3:16. This is a verse that everybody, whether you're a believer or not, is familiar with. For God so loved the world. Just to go back to what Maurice was saying, it was all about us. It says, for God so loved the world, not for God to love himself, but for God to love the world. And because he loved the world, he gave his only son to come and die for us. Like he said in First Corinthians, we were bought with the price of his life, the life of Christ. And because that is the case, this is the reason why we are the reason for the season. It is all about us in him, or him in us, if you want to look at it that way. Because when you look at 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 17, it says that anyone who is joined one spirit with God, we are one. So because we have now believed this truth in his death, burial, and resurrection, we are one with him. So it is time that we recognize and realize this is what we're celebrating. We're celebrating us in him. When we celebrate our birthdays, the day that we entered planet Earth, for example, my birthday is May 12th. I don't celebrate the baby Blameless. I celebrate Blameless now. So this is why it is important that we know that we are the reasons for the season. We are not celebrating baby Jesus. We are celebrating us who are now in him and have been made one with him. And I'm just going to wrap up with First Peter chapter 2, verse 10, just to reiterate what Maurice was saying about us. He came to save us, to give us an identity. When you look in First Peter chapter 2 verse 10, it says, once you had no identity as people, now you are God's people. Once you received no mercy, now you have received God's mercy. We have received this mercy. What else do we need to be celebrating other than us and what we've received in him? So, ladies and gentlemen, we are the reason for the season. Let's celebrate and let's rejoice in this beautiful gift that we now have in him. Keep on digging into the word, diving into the word, and unwrap that gift. Just like the kids are going to be so excited unwrapping the Christmas gift, this is how we should be excited unwrapping our Christmas gift. Our Christmas gift is the word of truth. Amen. And this is what we need to stick to. So thank you very much, Brother Morris, for your time. I really do appreciate it. And thank you, viewers. As always, post your comments. Shoot me an email if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer. Hey, and now we've got a new face, and he's going to be happy to answer as well. Yes, thank you all. Have a blessed and fabulous, fantastic Christmas. You are the reason for the season. He loves you very much.